Rob Mac.
Hey, what's up guys, Rob Mac. Coming to you here today with the first upgrade that I'm going to do to the 335 Project Spectre. Got some awesome carbon fiber products on the way from RW Carbon. So big shout out to those guys for hooking me up with the right stuff. Don't have the complete order in, but today I've got the Carbon Fiber Read Diffuser. So there's a lot of DIY videos on the Carbon Fiber Read Diffuser already out there. This one's going to be pretty quick and simple, so I'm not going to take up a bunch of your time showing you what to do here, but tell you that there's several 8mm bolts, I think about 7 or 8, that you gotta take out from the rear bottom of the car. You do not need to jack up for this, I don't think. So you should be fine just working on it in your driveway without having to put it on a lift or anything. Thinking that the install should go pretty fast. Once you remove those bolts, I think there's like several clips on the upper part of the piece, and sounds like it's pretty just snap and play and then bolting it back into place. So we're gonna try to do that. I'm gonna let you know how it looks when it's done, show you some fitment, give you any tips, issues that I ran into, and then let's go ahead and get started. All right, first thing that I want to tell you guys is that this piece came in the mail the other day from FedEx. Went and picked it up from the drop location. This packaged great. Product looks awesome inside, so I'm going to go ahead and start unboxing this, and then we're going to go ahead and get into the installation and show you guys everything that's there. And at the end I'll give you a little bit of a walkthrough on why I chose to go with RW Carbon Fiber versus some of the other carbon fiber manufacturers that are out there, or the eBay sellers and things like that. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with the quality of this piece, and hopefully the fitment when it's done. So we'll talk about that in a minute, but let's go ahead and get to unboxing. Alright, cool. So we got this thing out of the box, and as you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. I'll try to get it in the sunlight in a minute, get you some before and after still shots. But one of the things that I want to talk about right off the bat is I watched a lot of other install videos where guys were putting these diffusers on their cars. They were getting them from different vendors, manufacturers, sellers on eBay and things like that, and almost all of them seem to have some kind of fitment problems. So I'm hoping that I don't run into that when I get into the install on this one. But one of the things that gave me confidence, besides the excellent customer service from the guys at RW Carbon, spoke with a guy named Greg over there on the phone, through the chat program on the website, and through email several times over the course of a month. He was always available during their business hours. Gave me all the information I needed, answered all of my questions, no matter how stupid or redundant they may have been, and he was just really easy to work with, and really gave me a lot of confidence that they were going to stand behind their product, they were going to deliver the product, and that it was going to work. So one of the things that I liked that I found out through the process of working with him is that these bad boys are already pre-drilled. I don't know if all the other parts that I've ordered from them are gonna fall into the same category, but I hope they do, because one of the things that I was seeing, especially on the diffuser installation videos that I were watching, the tutorials that I watched, is that guys were having to tape up the bumpers, pre-drill all these holes and do all this other stuff, and then stuff still wasn't lining up all the way. And as you can see from looking here, is that all the holes where we're going to be mounting from where the stock location was drilled, they're already pre-drilled. And what's cool that I noticed after I got this piece is that these ones towards the middle are kind of slotted, so give you a little bit of flexibility in case things don't line up 100% right on these. But then the ones on the other ones, I'm assuming that these are just going to, fit, and I'm not going to have to re-drill or rebore or anything like that. Have to worry about scratching, cracking the bumper or anything like of that nature. So actually pretty happy with this thing. So we're going to see how it goes here in a second. But I'm going to go ahead and get started and take the stock bumper or diffuser off, the boring diffuser, and then we're going to replace it with this one. And just to give you guys an idea, this is what we're going to be replacing, this gray piece at the bottom here, the one that doesn't have any texture to it. It's just kind of, flat. Looked cool when I first bought the car, but then the more I live with it, the less aggressive it looks with the dual exhaust. So wanting to try to make this thing look a little bit more aggressive for Project Spectre. Project Spectre is, we talked about before, going to be a lot of carbon fiber pieces that are going to go on the car, and then there's also going to be a lot of performance upgrades that I'm planning to put in the car. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so got the OEM original diffuser off the car. Came off pretty easy. Forgot to hit the record button, so missed the footage of me taking it off. But what you would have seen happen is right here on these ends, you got two 8mm screws that just come right out. There's a bigger one on the inside, one that has a bigger washer on the inside than the one that's on the outside. So you're gonna have two of those on either end. And then the three in the middle aren't 8mm at all. What they are is I had to go and find a Torx, a T20 bit to unscrew those. Pretty simple stuff, but you're gonna need one more thing other than the 8mm socket. And you would have seen some comedy in the footage of me trying to, walk around my garage trying to figure out where the hell my screwdriver and bits were. So in and out the house a few times, but either way, finally found it, and then it came right off. Did have a little bit of trouble trying to reach, because my hands are pretty big, trying to reach up underneath the bumper of the car to, remove the clips that are in, you see them right there, 1, 2, 3. Well, that's where the reflector goes, but the clips are like right underneath where the diffuser clips onto the car. I ended up removing the red reflectors. I don't think you have to do that, but it was just helpful because then I could, reach up under there. So that was a little bit of a surprise, but after a little bit of finagling, I finally got it out, and everything worked just fine. Other than that, now you can see kind of what's underneath the bumper. Some sensor bar, probably the rear view cameras, and the comfort access for the trunk, which never seems to work when I want it to, and then every other time it opens just fine. So weird feature. Thought it was a joke when I saw it on like the Ford and Chevy commercials, but apparently BMW had it too, and I had no idea. Anyways, so there's the two screws that are going to be on either side. They look very similar, but the one towards the inside is the one with the larger washer. So I kind of laid them out in the order that I took them out, and then you can see the three T20s that I had to take out right there. Pretty simple stuff, not a whole lot to it. So you definitely be able to do this. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the camera back on the tripod, and then see if I can install the new carbon fiber diffuser and get that to fit without any issues. So talk to you in a second.
Rob Mac.
We got the diffuser on. Fitment wasn't as good as I hoped. In fact, it's off quite a bit. I thought it was just a little bit off, but once I kind of tightened everything back down, don't know if you can see on these corners, just not sitting flush, you know, where the corner and the reflector would meet. And this stuff is like really, you know, rigid, so it doesn't like give a lot. So I struggled trying to get it on, and eventually, you know, tightened everything down after I finally kind of got it all to pop into place. But then when I came back from underneath the car, it had popped out on the other side again. So all the bolts and the screws are in 100% right now, but we've got, you know, issues with the fitment, you know, right here on the ends, and it's actually off a little bit on this side too. So it's not just one side, it's like it's a scotch too narrow. It needs to be a little bit wider. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. I'll probably ride around with it for the rest of the day, and then call RW on Monday and see if I can get a replacement part or work out something else. So it's great talking to you guys. I think the thing looks awesome, just not fitting 100% correctly the way that I think that it should. So we'll see what I can work out. I'll post more information once I have it, but overall it was a pretty easy install, aside from the fitment issue. So we'll see what I can do about that and where we can get that to go. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the day. So more to come on Project Spectre. You know, subscribe in the below, or, you know, follow me on Instagram at M3Beats for more photos and videos of Project Spectre as we, you know, move through these different upgrade paths. Talk to you guys soon, and hope everything goes well with your day.
Rob Mac.